before the pandemic. Um, YAB is made up of high school and college students nationwide. Our lab is involved in school-based tobacco and cannabis prevention and intervention, research, education, and policy.
Here's the rest of our YAB. We have YABers from California and also from Hawaii, Louisiana, Missouri, Texas, and Maryland.
We do presentations on tobacco and cannabis prevention, are involved in curriculum development, assist with research, and are also involved in policy. We also do community events and presentations, such as this Forum Theater.
So now we're going to do a Zoom poll so we can get to know you guys some more. So we're going to send the poll up. It'll come up on your screens, it'll pop up, and we just want you to answer what you think relates the most to you. Okay, perfect. We have the results. So we have some people in 11th grade, we have some people in 12th grade, and then we have a good amount of college students, and then also a few adult allies. Thank you so much for answering, you guys.
And now we'll do a quick Zoom poll, a different one. So, have you ever felt pressure to try any drug in social situations? So it seems like a lot of people, majority said that they have felt pressure to try drugs in social situations. 53% of people, while 47% of people reported that they haven't. So now we want to dive into like a quick Kahoot to assess your like understanding. Um, so if you could join using the join code on the screen. Let's see. Sarah, are you gonna share or do you want me to?
I'm
The
gonna share.
join code.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it right now.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so everyone got that one right. Congrats, you guys. So the next question is, which cognitive function is mostly consistently shown to be impaired during cannabis intoxication? So majority of us got that one right. So the answer is attention and short-term memory.
This next one is a true or false. Cannabis can affect driving even if the person doesn't feel high. So true or false? All right, everyone got that one right.
So the next one is which statement about substance use and stigma is most accurate? It's like everyone got this one right as well, so it's good. You guys know what stigma means.
Okay, so for our next question, it's why might some youth experiment with cannabis? Great job, you guys. All of us got this one correct. We have a great group here. So this is our podium. Who won? In third place, Swara. In second place, Nikhil. And in first place, Lahana. Congrats. And congrats to everyone. Thank you so much for participating in this with us.
Okay, so now we'd like to I know we did a lot of polls already, so you can type your answer in the chat to this, but do you think vaping is a problem at your school? And if so, what are people vaping? Is it nicotine, cannabis, marijuana? And where are most people doing it? So I see a lot of answers. Jisoo said it became a problem in recent years. A lot of nicotine and cannabis use, and I see a lot of answers saying vaping is definitely a problem. See, usually in the bathrooms, parking lots, cars. Yeah, so I think the general consensus is that vaping is definitely a problem. Both nicotine and cannabis are being used, and a lot of people vape in parking lots, cars, bathrooms, etc. So, Thank you guys for sharing.
Next, we're going to dive in kind of the theater portion of our presentation. So let's talk about Theater of the Oppressed. Theater of the Oppressed was created by Augusto Boal in Brazil. Forum theater is one of the many theater techniques under the umbrella term Theater of the Oppressed. Has anyone here heard of forum theater? You can type yes or no in the chat. We're just a little curious if you guys have ever heard of it before. Okay, I see one person saying yes. Oh, okay. So I think most people have heard of forum theater. Oh, one person hasn't. We're excited to show you what it's about.
So before we begin, let's talk a little bit about what forum theater actually is. So the goal of forum theater is to create a dialogue between the audience or one or more facilitators, so spectators and jokers. And a skit is performed to the audience by the actors, and after the skit ends, the jokers process what occurred in the skit, discuss the outcome, and ask the audience how they would change the outcome from a negative one to a more positive one.
So these are the rules of forum theater. So we're the audience members, which are you guys, are going to be the spect actors, and you guys are going to come up with the solutions. And then the jokers, which are us, will invite you guys to provide some concrete ideas that the actors will then demonstrate. The skit is then repeated with spect actors who yell stop and take the place of the actor. And a major rule carried out in forum theater is there is no violence, as violence is never a solution. So now we will explore how we, as an audience who are bystanders, will be activated as spect actors. As spect actors, the audience gets to identify the oppression seen in the skit.
Instead of live acting, we will be watching a video of our forum theater skit. While you watch the skit, notice moments when you cringe or moments you'd like to change. Pay special attention to the characters.
We now present to you My Drug Story, What's Yours, the sequel.
It's lunchtime at school. Monica and Warrior are heading to the quad to grab a table to eat their lunch. They join their friend Maddie.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Could I talk to you guys for a sec?
Yeah, totally. Are you feeling alright?
I don't really know, but there's just been a lot going on with my family right now. I feel like you guys are the only people who get me. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. You can talk to us about anything.
Yeah, what's up?
We flash back to Warrior and her parents, who are fighting.
When did you stop listening to me? It's like we're living in two different worlds.
That's pretty ironic coming from you. All we do is argue, and I'm just acting like everything's always fine.
And where are you? I'm making an effort, but the few times you are around, you're drinking.
That's pretty hilarious. I'm the problem.
You're still not listening. This family is falling apart, and I'm the only one who's trying to fix it.
Well, maybe it's too late to fix this.
Maybe it is too late. I'm done.
Can you guys just please stop? I can't focus. Ugh, I'm going to Maddie's house.
Maddie, I keep telling you she's not a good influence on you.
Whatever.
Back to the present.
I'm sorry, Gory. That sounds tough, but try to hang in there.
Yeah, parents can be so annoying sometimes. Want to get out and walk tomorrow? Maybe it'll help you feel better.
Sure, that sounds good. Thanks, Maddie.
I don't think I'm free tomorrow, but you guys have fun.
The next day at the mall.
Sorry, I must be killing the mood right now. I can't get myself to feel any better.
Want to hit? It always makes me feel better.
You know what? Sure, why not? At this point, I'll try anything.
It's a few months later, and with the building stress of her parents' crumbling relationship, Corey has become a habitual vapor. She finds herself at a party with Monica.
Gory, what are you doing?
Monica, I know. But my parents won't stop fighting. They're getting divorced and I'm stuck in the middle of it. I just need something to calm me down, and this really works. I can stop whenever.
I mean, I don't really know what to say, Gory. You're going through a lot, but I don't think this is the solution.
It just helps me feel normal again, like my whole life isn't falling apart.
But isn't vaping like really bad for you? I don't know. It just doesn't feel worth it. I'm not great at this stuff.
Let's just stop talking about it.
And scene.
Okay, so now that you guys have watched the Forum Theater, we're gonna split you guys up into breakout rooms to discuss the video, and then we're gonna create skits while we're in the breakout rooms with whoever you're with. And then afterwards, we're gonna do a large group share out. So just know that you'll see the breakout room notification pop up on your screen, and just make sure to click that so we can separate everyone. Everyone at this point. So hopefully everyone discussed all the questions in the groups. And so you guys were all able to make skits with your own separate breakout rooms. So our group is going to go first. And what we're going to do is we're going to present the skit to you. And then afterwards, we're going to ask you a question about the skit. So whenever you guys are ready, go for it.
His family is falling apart, and I'm the only one trying to fix it.
Actually, I put in so much work around the house. I do all the cooking and cleaning. You're just supplying this family with your money.
Can you both just stop arguing for 2 seconds? I feel like every single day, all I hear is arguing, arguing, arguing. It's so hard to focus on myself, on my schoolwork, on literally anything else.
Wait, what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do. It's just that recently everything has just felt so much more stressful. I feel like both of you are arguing, and I really love this family, and I'm just so scared that everything we worked towards for so many years is gonna fall apart. And it's such a big life event, and I just don't know how to handle it. Like, I feel like I just don't know who to talk to, and I really love you both, and I just don't want to see you both hurt because it hurts me, and I just can't focus on anything else.
Wait, I'm so sorry. You've been so disrespectful to each other. We can try going to family therapy or something and talking about it as a family if that helps you.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I just want my voice to be heard, and I really want to keep this family together if we can do that.
Okay, we could definitely work on that. If you ever want to talk about anything, we're always here for you.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna head to my friend's house now, but I appreciate you, and I'll see you later.
Hey Gory, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you both?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
And how are you feeling?
Honestly, things have been kind of stressful at home lately. Like my parents, they've been arguing and they said that we could go to family therapy to kind of figure things out. But still, I just feel really anxious and uncertain, especially as we're getting older, and I just don't know how to navigate these things. It's just so stressful, and I don't know. It's just
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, whenever I feel stressed, I usually so uh would you want one?
oh yeah, I give me, I'd love that.
Nope, no, Gary, you need to understand that vapes are not good for you. Even though Nikhil might say they're a good idea, in reality, vapes are just marketed to youth as a stress reliever, when in reality, they cause long-term consequences for your mental and physical well-being. There are resources with the CDC and the Truth Initiative, along with the American Lung Association, that can give you more information. But overall, you shouldn't use these substances to take away what you're feeling right now, because there's other ways to get help that won't hurt you physically or mentally.
But it looks so good, like the flavors. I mean,
It's just a marketing tactic.
no, you're joking.
No.
No way. Um, Wait, but like I've heard that when people like take opioids or they like vape in too much quantity, like overdose sometimes happens. Is there any like, resource or
Yeah.
spray?
So if you do end up using opioids, there's products like Narcan available, but prevention is always better than cure, so don't rely on them in the first place.
Oh, and I heard for Narcan, it's like a spray, right? Like you could get it and you just, if you think someone has like an overdose, you just like put it in your nostril for 3 minutes and then you do the other one and there's
Yeah,
like
absolutely. And there's more resources about how to use that through the substance abuse prevention centers, various ones across the country. So if you ever need help, definitely reach out and they can support you with that more.
Thanks, Alana. I didn't even know that this thing could be so harmful. I appreciate that. I think I'll stick to hanging out with you guys. That seems like a better option.
Scene, perfect. That was great, you guys. Good job. Okay, so perfect. So now, if you guys, whoever was not in the skit, if you would like to unmute or type in the chat, do you think that this was realistic? And how do you feel about the skit as a whole?
I could say something. I liked how the character said to the parents that she loved them. And I think that might have been what could kind of do like a change in the parents' mind in terms of like what's happening. Like it kind of like put a stop to what they're arguing about and putting their kid first. So I kind of liked that approach.
So I see some things in the chat. I think it was realistic to have people on both sides of the argument. I do like the outside information that was shared, as I think that is important. I agree. I think it was good that her friend educated her on the harmful effects of cannabis and vaping to help her see why it's something she shouldn't use. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add? I think it was a great skit. It was really good.
I agree that it was really great to hear from both sides of the argument. I would say the only unrealistic element that I saw was when we were talking about how vaping is harmful, and then later about Narcan, we were providing all the resources. I think that that's something that probably wouldn't happen in real life just because people wouldn't start quoting and referencing the CDC. I also think that in general, teenagers probably don't know a bunch of specific facts. They might just know general information, like this is bad for your mental health as well as your physical health. And then um the CDC stuff could be a link sent in a text message later, more realistically, but that was my only comment.
Great, thank you for that. Anything else that you guys would like to add?
I think that it was really good, but I feel like there was one part where I think the parents were like immediately agreeing to like work on their issues and like considering therapy. And I just feel like with the stigma there is like around therapy, I'm not sure if they would have like immediately jumped to that. So that was like kind of unrealistic to me.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for that as well. Is there anything else you guys would like to add? If not, great round of applause for our presenters. And we're going to move on to the next group. Thank you.
Next group is my group.
So just to clarify, I'm Monica, and then Raquel is Maddie, and Angelina is Gory.
Okay. Gori and her friends are at a party.
Hey Maddie, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
My parents have been fighting a lot recently, and ever since you showed me cannabis, I feel like that's the only way I can escape.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this past week I've just not been able to sleep. I just can't focus in school. My grades are slipping. I just don't know if it's the right path for both of us to go down.
I know, but I feel like it's the only way I can feel something.
I know, but I don't know, this past few weeks my health has just not been good. It was great the first few weeks I tried it, but then after that it's just been downhill from there.
Hey guys, what's up? Guess what? I have amazing news. I just got us 3 concert tickets for a show tomorrow night. Do you want to come?
Oh, really? That sounds really fun. Sure.
Yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot.
The next day, Gori and her friends arrive at the concert.
Isn't this so awesome, guys?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun here.
Yeah, this is so much better than I thought. I think we should go to a concert tomorrow or something. Let's find another one.
1 week
I'm
later, oh, sorry.
It's
1 week
okay.
later, Gori is with Maddie at her house.
Hey Maddie, how are you?
Doing a lot better. I haven't thought about touching my vape pen in over a week. I kind of forgot about it. I've been doing so much that I can't even think about it.
Me neither. I've been using music as a way to feel better now, and I feel a lot better even with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I think we should, just keep going this track and, work together, go through this recovery process together. It's going to be tough at times, but I think there's going to be a light of hope at the end. So we'll give it a few months and I think we'll be good.
But even though I've been using music to help me cope, my parents are still arguing, and I don't really know if I'll use cannabis again.
Yeah, I understand. I'll make sure that you don't touch that vape pen ever again. I'll be your accountability checker. In terms of your parents, I think if you give it a few months, maybe talk it through with them in the future, then I think it'll resolve. But for now, even if you feel alone or isolated, just know that you have me, you have your friends, so you'll be okay.
Thank you for supporting me. Do you think we can all hang out together, you, Monica, and me?
Yeah, for sure. I'll message you right now.
The end.
You guys did amazing. Now we want to ask you guys again, did we think that skit was realistic? Anything you liked about it? Anything you would change? Just overall, how do we feel about that skit?
I thought this was really nice and um partially realistic. The only like question that came up was when Raquel talked about being her accountability partner. And while I feel like that could be a really powerful thing and have that like support for each other, it just makes me wonder if something was to happen, if that would cause like feelings of like intense regret or shame or like, oh my gosh, I caused this. If I was more alert, this wouldn't have happened. So I feel like if there was like a section about like, obviously like not in this skit, there's enough time, but it just makes me think of like setting healthy boundaries with yourself and making sure it doesn't become codependency because that could become really toxic and unhealthy really quickly for both people. So getting professional help resources access ahead of time and just making sure that friends can support each other, but that friend shouldn't start to take the place of like a professional or a therapist, because that could become really toxic quickly for both people, even though they can love each other and want to support each other.
Thank you so much for sharing and for bringing up kind of that healthy boundary issue and like kind of keeping in mind where to find a healthy balance between, leaning on your friends versus kind of like, maybe like burdening them and like trying to find an adult who can also help. And then somebody in the chat says, I liked how the coping strategies around music felt pretty organic. I feel like it's difficult to move from describing to applying these methods, and something like listening to your favorite artist isn't something a lot of people consider as a way to cope with their struggles, but can be very helpful. Yes, that's so true. It's like people need to be reminded that there are other coping mechanisms besides vaping and besides relying on substances. Would anybody like to add anything? Okay, if not, thank you so much to our actors, and now we can move on to our next skit.
I think the final group is mine, so feel free to unmute, guys.
Okay, I'll get us started. So we're going to pick up our revised skit at the scene with Monica, Gori, and Maddie, where Maddie invites Gori and Monica to go to the mall with her the next day.
I'm Maddie, just for reference. So do you guys want to go to the mall with me tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. That sounds fun.
I don't think I'm available, but you two have fun.
Okay, see you then. Bye.
Hey, Gori, sorry I can't make it tomorrow. I have some time right now, though, if you want to talk.
Thanks, Monica. I just don't know what to do. It's so awful listening to them fight every day. I feel like I can't trust them anymore.
That sounds really hard, Gori. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that. I'm always here to talk to you about it, but if I can't ever call at the moment, have you thought about maybe using the stress and anxiety resources from the counseling office at school? Talking to the counselors really helped me with a lot of stuff going on in my life.
Oh, yeah, I'll try that.
They have an open door policy too, so you can just walk in whenever.
Thanks, Monica. That sounds great.
Sorry, switch tabs. The next day, Maddie and Gori are at the mall.
So how are you feeling recently, Gori? I was thinking about you, and I might have something to help take your mind off things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I brought my vape. I use it all the time when I'm stressed.
Maddie holds out the vape for Gori.
Oh, I think I'm okay. I'm doing a lot better. I've been talking to our counselors at school, and that's really helped a lot.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? I promise you it works.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie, but I'm good. They taught me this meditation exercise, and it's actually been helping.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're feeling better. But if you ever change your mind, you can just ask.
Thanks, Maddie.
And that is where we close our scene.
I think everyone did a great job. In the interest of time, maybe we'll take like one or two responses to if you guys thought their presentation was realistic. You can just feel free to unmute or drop it in the chat.
I think that going to a school counselor is like partially realistic, and like I personally think it's a great resource. But in terms of friends suggesting it might not be so realistic, just because I think if a student has like a vaping addiction, then they probably don't want their teachers or like people that seem like important in their life to have like an altered perception of them because of their addiction. Like they're usually trying to hide it. So that's what I found like in my school. That's why a lot of people don't seek out counsel from like a school counselor.
Does anyone else have any ideas? I think we have a response in the chat. So Angelina said it was good how even though her friend was unavailable for the hangout, she still checked in with her friend to make sure she feels supported, and she also appreciated how she recommended resources from her school. So it's good. And I think we'll transition now to an overview of the Forum Theater as a whole. So we kind of want to understand or get your feedback on what you think about this Forum Theater and what you think about using Forum Theater in your community.
Go ahead.
I really liked how this let us reflect on what might be a realistic situation. I feel like when we are having these conversations, we kind of get caught up in our own bubbles of like using coping strategies and addressing drug use in an extremely formulaic way. But a lot of times that's not how it's actually reflected in real life. And by acting it out, I feel like it helps us to analyze what it actually might look like. And oftentimes that's really different from what we're suggesting because obviously everyone had a reason for like these coping strategies and that's what you'd probably find online, but just straight up applying them the way that it's written on the CDC website isn't necessarily going to work, and that's a lot more clear to us when we've actually acted it out.
Thank you so much for sharing. That's a great perspective. Would anybody else like to, maybe share one more time or go ahead.
I think that this activity was really fun because it lets us choose how we find a solution to the problem realistically. And it's also good in the way that we're able to put ourselves in the shoes of the character and see from their perspective why are they like this and how we can help them find better ways to a solution or stuff like that.
Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. We enjoy hearing your guys' perspectives. Before we go, we do have an Instagram. It's at Sanford Reach Yab. Feel free to follow. There we post resources, national holidays, just more information. And yeah, thank you, everyone. You guys killed it in the skit. We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. You guys were an amazing audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.